All right, guys, this is the secret sauce to selling and mastering emotions in sales. So, today, that's what we're talking about. It's our little 10-minute training on mastering emotional selling. And I just washed my hair for y'all, so you're welcome. So today we're talking about how to turn feelings into sales. So about 95% of purchasing decisions happen on a subconscious level. People buy with their emotions first, and only after did they justify their choices with logic. So think about the last thing you bought. Was it an actual necessity or was it an emotionally driven purchase? Was it a sleek design of a new gadget, the promise of more time or less stress? That's all emotion at work. So, if you want to be successful in sales, you must understand your buyer on an emotional level. It's not just what they need, it's about how they feel. So, today I'm going to walk you through what I call the emotional buyer's journey, the five key emotions your audience must feel before they can confidently say, "Hell yeah, I'm in." So, we're going to dive in. Before that, make sure you follow and subscribe, please, because I'm new to the YouTubes and I'm old as fuck. So I don't have much time left on this planet. So let's blow it up and have a good time, okay? All right. Let me share my handy dandy sheet. Boop. And we're gonna get started. Let me move some shit around. All right. So the number one out of the five key emotions, emotional, the five key emotions. Here, let's throw this at the top so we know what we're talking about. Boop. All right. So one is they need to feel understood. Before anyone buys from you, they need to know that you get them. Their struggles, their frustrations, dreams, you have to make them feel like they're not alone. Because if they don't feel that connection, they're going to move on to someone else who does. Here's how to make them feel understood. Ready? First one is share your story. So be vulnerable. Talk about a time when you faced a similar struggle or emotion. People always connect with authenticity. They love it when you're genuine. Next is speak their language. So reflect the specific pain points your audience is experiencing in your messaging. So you want to talk like yourself and you want to write like yourself, but then you also want to write like the thoughts in their head. So usually that's someone, a couple of years behind where you're at currently. Um, if you're selling like any sort of coaching or info business, if you're selling a product, then you really got to do some kind of role play and jump into their shoes and try to connect with their emotions, which brings us to empathize. Show them that you truly care about their success or relief or pain or whatever. For example, I often share how I started my business from scratch with no clients, and I quit my job in social work, really defeated, and I had no idea what I was doing when I first started. That story resonates because it's real and it proves that I've been in your shoes, so you're more likely to listen to me. All right. Well, maybe. Here. This is always fun trying to do formatting on here. All right. Number two, they need to feel safe. This is also like a good relationship conversation. Let's be real. No one is going to hand you their hard-earned cash unless they trust you. Your audience needs to feel safe in your hands, knowing that you'll deliver on your promises and guide them to the outcome they're hoping for. So, how do you build trust? Show proof. It's pretty straightforward. Testimonials, case studies, before and after results. Any sort of social proof is going to be your best friend. It's the best marketing collateral you can have. Be transparent. Share all of your qualifications, your process, and even the challenges that you've overcome. And people often get scared of other people stealing their processes or whatever. Obviously, don't share very unique IP, but like honestly, there's nothing new under the sun. So even if you share all of your secret sauce, like I'm doing literally right now, Not everyone's going to be able to replicate, and no one's going to be able to replicate what you do. So you're fine. You'll never run out of inspiration if you are truly original. Ooh, that was a good quote. Holy shit. All right. And the next one is share your why. So people trust people who are mission driven. They want to know your motives. So, or otherwise they'll make them up in their own head. So, man, I'm spitting truth. What did I just say before? I'll have to go back and look. But yeah, if you don't tell them what your motives are, they're going to make up their own, and usually that's not a good thing. Don't leave them in the dark. Remember, trust is the second most valuable currency in marketing. Attention is first. So make sure you're investing time and energy into it. All right, next emotion. They need to feel empowered. Ready to feel powerful. Yeah, it's Queen. Here's some more truth for you. Self-doubt stops more people from buying than price ever will. They question if they can make the payments. They question if they'll actually follow through. They question if they actually want it or need it or if it's the right fit for them. On and on and on and on and on. Your audience might want what you're offering, but they don't believe they can actually achieve the transformation you're promising. So they'll hesitate. So you empower them by sharing, if I can spell, sharing relatable success stories. So highlight customers who started exactly where they're at to where they are now. Again, that social proof is going to be really relevant there. Provide So you're providing a clear roadmap. It should be very clear how they're going to get from point A to point B. And in doing that, as you're presenting it, whether it's on a landing page or in email sequences or in a conversation, you should be addressing common objections as you go and be like, well, and I even had this one guy who said he wasn't sure that he could commit to something that long, or he was afraid that he would change his mind afterwards. And I told him that copywriting is a skill and you can take it anywhere you go. It doesn't have to just be in writing. It's all about communication. That was a real life example I just did for you. You're welcome. All right. Offering encouragement. If you've ever heard me talk about the closer framework, this is the reinforced part. So sometimes they just need someone to believe in them before they believe in themselves, and that's very common. So you should definitely gas them up, let them know they're amazing, let them know that they are in the right place at the right time. And when your audience feels empowered, they start to think, maybe I can actually do this. Maybe I can actually get that transformation. Maybe I can actually feel better. All right. On to number four. They need to feel excited. So excited. Excitement drives action. When your audience feels a genuine thrill about the possibility of what's to come, they're more likely to take that jump. This isn't about over the top hype or lying. It's about painting a vivid picture of the future they desire. So here's how to create excitement. Future pace, one of my favorite things to do. Describe what their life will look like after they've worked with you or use your product. Um, Oops, shit. All right. I think that's pretty straightforward. Highlight the transformation. We're hitting transformations a lot here. Focus on the emotional payoff in the transformation, whether it's confidence, freedom, or peace of mind. So, like if you're selling weight loss, don't be like, oh, she lost 65 pounds. Like, say that, but also be like, as the weight fell off, her confidence piled on and she felt stronger, sexier, and was able to be the mom and wife that she dreamt of being, until one day she realized that she had dropped 65 pounds and had 10 times the energy and sex drive. Like make it real. Be specific. I was specific in that one I just did too. The more clearly they can see they're after, the more motivated they'll be to go after it. So details sell. Um, and details told in a story kind of setting aren't boring. They're only boring when they're like just delivered as the details. But if you pre-frame and frame it in storytelling, they will be acceptable. All right, and the fifth and final one is they need to feel committed. Oops. Scary word for a lot of you boys out there. Finally, your audience needs a reason to act now. We're all procrastinators at heart, so unless you give them a compelling reason to commit today, they're going to put it off and maybe never come back. So you need to create urgency. You can do this by offering limited time deals. So flash sales, early bird discounts, or fast action bonuses really work wonders. Highlighting, can't see or spell. I just woke up from the longest nap ever. Highlighting scarcity, scarcity. Jesus help me. So whether it's spots in a program or last few items in stock, scarcity is a proven, excuse me, motivator. All right. Reminding them of the cost of waiting. This is a big one that I think a lot of people sleep on. A lot of times when people get on with me to do copy, they're like, well, like I think I might wait, or I'm not sure if this is right now. And I'm like, all right, well, explain to me like where you think if we started today, what would success look like, for us in 30 days? And then they tell me, all these great things. And I'm like, cool. So that's what success would look like if we started in 30 days. What is it going to look like in 30 days if we don't start today? And they're like, well, this ain't going to happen because that's the natural neurological path that their brain will go on. So then they just end up selling themselves at that point. So urgency doesn't have to feel icky. Let me just say that too. If you've done the work to make them feel understood, safe, empowered, and excited first, it's not going to feel icky at all. When you weave these five emotions into your marketing, you're not just selling, you're building a loyal customer base that will stick with you for the long haul. So ask yourself, how can you make your audience feel understood, safe, empowered, excited, and ready to commit? This isn't just sales strategy. This is how you build relationships, trust, and transformation. So start practicing these principles and watch your sales take off. What was your biggest takeaway from this? I want to know. So please share it below in the comments and let's keep the conversation going. If you have any questions, also feel free to drop those below. I am your girl, the copywriting queen, Amanda Catarzi, and I'll talk to you later. See you next week.